Welcome. I'm Gayathri, and I'm passionate about transformative coaching in the realm of life and leadership. My journey towards coaching started with an educational background in psychology and over 20 years of corporate leadership. Today, my commitment to help unlock limitless possibilities within each individual has culminated in the creation of my organization, Realize to Win. As a certified master coach, my philosophy centers around the power of the human mind and its boundless capacity for growth and achievement. My approach is rooted in the belief that with the right mindset, training, and guidance, there's truly no limits to what you can accomplish. My work is just not about reaching goals. It is truly about redefining the very boundaries of potential. Join me every week on my podcast, Catalyze Your Self, where we can dive into mindsets, experiences, and practical steps that will ignite your transformation towards limitless possibilities. I look forward to connecting with each and every one of you. Welcome, everyone, to Catalyze Your Self, the podcast where we dive deep into mindset and practices that can empower you to live your most fulfilled and effective life. I'm your host, Gayathri, and in today's episode 4, we are diving into an incredibly powerful attribute human beings have: resilience. Today, we will focus on helping you become the most resilient you. Now, what is resilience? It is simply our ability to bounce back from stress, adversity, failure, challenges, and even trauma. It's an ability that we build in us over time through experiences, thoughts, and actions. So let's explore this a little more. Imagine a person who has faced multiple rejections, perhaps in their career, battled personal losses, public criticism, yet they managed to emerge stronger, more compassionate, more successful. This isn't just one person's story. It is a narrative shared by many, and they have harnessed the power of resilience. Each of us knows somebody who has demonstrated this ability. The question is, how do they do it? It is crucial that we understand first what resilience isn't. It is not about avoiding or suppressing or not feeling the stress or the pain of the experiences. It is truly about learning how to navigate through them or even despite them. Yes, there have been many studies that have been done on identifying the factors that contribute to somebody's ability to be resilient. And yes, they include optimism, being flexible, the ability to manage emotions, and a mental support system. And the support system could come in the form of anything that can bring you mental strength. So it could be people, animals, faith, activities. It's going to be unique for each one of us. So how can we develop these attributes? Let's break it down. There is a foundational element to building resilience in you. It is self-awareness. Resilience is built over time, shaped by experiences and our conscious effort. At its core, resilience is deeply rooted in self-awareness. It starts with a very simple, but it's a profound understanding of how you respond to stress and adversity. When faced with a challenge, what is your instinct? Do you tackle it head on? Or do you find yourself pulling back, hoping it might resolve itself? There's really no right or wrong answer here, but it is all about recognizing your natural tendencies. That's what is crucial. This self-awareness is the bedrock for resilience. It is about noticing our patterns of behavior under pressure. For example, if you want to withdraw in the face of challenges, acknowledging this would be your first step for building resilience. Why? Because once you're aware, you can now start to explore other ways of responding. You begin to see choices where you may not have seen any before. There's a practical exercise you can do to build self-awareness. If you're ready to take up my challenge, then I would ask you, identify and reflect on a recent challenge you faced. It could be anything: a disagreement with a friend, a setback at work, or a personal goal that seems increasingly out of reach. This reflection can reveal a lot about your resilience and where you need to build it further. Grab a journal, a piece of paper, your notepad on your phone, it doesn't matter. Wherever, write down your reaction to this challenge. What did you feel? What thoughts ran through your head? Next, note down, how did you cope with it? Did you confront it? Did you seek to understand what's happening so you could logically address it? Perhaps you tried to ignore it, but most importantly, reflect on what you learned from this experience. What insights can you gather about your resilience and your areas of growth? This reflection exercise is more than just mere introspection. It is a powerful tool for uncovering the patterns that define your response to adversity. By understanding these patterns, we can gain the insight so we can alter them, slowly laying down the stepping stones towards greater resilience. In time, what you will find that we can identify strategies that work best for us, whether it is seeking support, reframing our thoughts, or simply taking direct action. Moving forward in our journey through resilience, let's pivot to a crucial aspect that often determines our capacity to navigate adversity. It's our ability to regulate our emotions. Yes, managing emotions is not just a part of emotional intelligence, it is a cornerstone of resilience. It is about acknowledging your feelings without letting them overwhelm you. This skill allows you to think clearly and make decisions under pressure. It begins with a simple acknowledgement of what it is you're feeling at any given moment. This isn't about suppression or letting the emotions go unchecked. It is about recognizing your emotions and understanding that having emotions, it's natural and it's okay. Yet, not allowing them to dictate your actions. This clarity is what allows you to think straight and make sound decisions under pressure. Let's imagine you're in a tense situation. Maybe you've just received some unexpected news at work, or you're having a heated discussion with a loved one. The first thing to do, take a deep breath. Yes, you've heard this before, and yes, it sounds simple, but this act alone can help you create a moment of pause, a space for you to step back and observe what is happening within you. Now, in this space, name your emotion. What are you feeling? Angry, anxious, disrespected, disappointed? Research has shown that simply labeling your feelings can significantly reduce its intensity. This process is called affective labeling, and it is a powerful tool in your emotional regulation. Add it to your toolkit. By naming your emotions, you're essentially taking a step back from being engulfed by them. And this helps you gain much clearer perspective. But why does this work? Well, when you label your emotions, you're engaging the thinking part of your brain, which helps in reducing the activation of the part of your brain responsible for emotional reactions. This shift doesn't just lower emotional intensity, it also enhances your ability to think critically and to respond rather than react. Let's take this a little bit further. Once you've named your emotions, ask yourself, why are you feeling this way? Understanding the root cause can provide valuable insights into how you can address the situation. Maybe anxiety stems from the fear of the unknown, or maybe Anger is a reaction to feeling disrespected. Digging deeper into the emotions can reveal underlying concerns that, once addressed, can mitigate the intensity of your response. Now let's look at another strategy. Once you've identified and understood your emotions, try to shift your focus into something positive or neutral. That doesn't mean ignoring your feelings, but rather choosing to engage with them constructively. When it's thinking about a solution, focusing on a task, or simply shifting your attention to your breath, such an action helps to ease the emotional tension. Regulating emotion is a skill, and like all skills, it gets better with practice. So the next time you find yourself in a stressful situation, remember to pause, remember to breathe, remember to name your emotions, try to understand them, and then gently shift your focus. All of this is always easier said than done. So give yourself grace and practice. This practice can transform your experience of stress and adversity, making you more resilient over time. One pivotal aspect of resilience is ensuring support for our mind. And this support should be the kind of support that truly resonates with you on a personal level. In other words, the kind of support that is right for you might vary vastly from what works for someone else. Through the lens of self-awareness, we must begin to understand what truly support means for each of us. This understanding is crucial because at the end of the day, resilience is about being in harmony with your authentic self. And part of that is the knowledge of how and where you draw strength from. For some of us, support comes from our social network, our friends, family, colleagues. The number of people on this network is truly irrelevant. Who they are, and if their existence in your world allows you to be your best self every day, now that's what's relevant. These are the people who offer a shoulder to lean on, who listen without judgment, and who are there to celebrate our victories, no matter how small. If this resonates with you, cherish those connections. They're invaluable. And if you are surrounded by people or any environment that does not give you this, let it go. And be okay with it. Your mind will be healthier for it. Then there are those of us who might find that professional guidance offers the support we need. This could be a therapist, a life coach like myself, or a mentor. Someone trained to help us navigate our thoughts and feelings, to challenge us without judgment, and to guide us towards our own insights and solutions. And yet, there are others of us who recognize the profound impact of solitude, nature, and animals on our well-being. Some of us might find our most supportive moments come from being alone, reflecting in the quiet, and spending time in the natural world. For others, the unconditional love of a pet can provide immense comfort and support. The beauty of understanding and identifying your unique form of support is that it empowers you to seek it out actively and nurture these sources actively. Whether it is deepening your relationships, finding a coach, or spending time in nature, understanding what support means for you is a crucial step in building resilience. There's another skill that should also be part of your resilience toolkit: problem solving. Instead of seeing problems as insurmountable obstacles, resilient individuals see them as challenges to overcome. This involves being flexible, thinking creatively, and not being afraid to seek help when needed. Resilient individuals have a unique approach to problem solving. They see problems as puzzles to be solved, challenges as something surmountable. This mindset is crucial because it shifts us from a state of victimhood or even paralysis to action. But how do we cultivate such an approach? Let's delve into that. The first step in resilient problem solving is truly flexibility. Life rarely goes as planned, and being rigid in our expectations or solution only leads to frustration. Flexibility means being open to different outcomes and even paths to success. It is about adapting our strategies when faced with new information and when our initial plans don't work out. Here's a practical tip to enhance your problem-solving skills. Start with a small, manageable problem. Identify a minor issue you're facing and apply these strategies. What are different ways to approach this problem? What could offer you advice or assistance? Who could you reach out? What resource can you go access? Practice with small-scale issues will start building your confidence and your ability to tackle larger challenges. And when you have a larger challenge, break it down into small pieces. Remember, problem-solving skill is an iterative process. It involves trying, sometimes failing, learning from those failures, and then trying again. Each problem we face and overcome is truly a step towards building a more resilient self. Another factor that impacts resilience, having a sense of purpose. Having a sense of purpose truly fuels resilience. When you have clear goals and values, you have a reason to keep moving forward, even when the going gets tough. This sense of purpose acts as a compass, your North Star, guiding you through difficult times. What does it really mean to have a sense of purpose? It is about understanding what truly matters to you. It is the values you hold dear, the passions that drive you, and the goals that propel you forward. This sense of purpose is your personal mission statement, one that gives meaning to your actions and direction to your path. But how do you go about finding a sense of purpose if you're unsure? Start by asking yourself some fundamental questions. What are you passionate about? What are the things that you can do and that when you do, you lose absolute track of time? What are the issues in the world that stir your heart? Your answers to these questions can offer you clues to your deeper purpose. Once you have begun to pinpoint your passions and your values, it is then about aligning your actions with them. That doesn't mean every moment of your life has to be a direct expression of your purpose, but it does mean that the overarching direction of your life should reflect what truly is important to you. And this is the thing about purpose. It's not static. It evolves. It evolves as you grow, as you learn more about yourself, and the world around us changes. And so it's okay for your sense of purpose to shift and change and evolve over time. What's important is that you're always moving towards the life that feels meaningful to you. Remember, resilience isn't about surviving, it is about thriving. And having a clear sense of purpose will be what fuels your movement forward. And it will allow you not only to bounce back from any type of adversity, but it allows you to grow stronger, and you will live a more fulfilled life because of it. To wrap up today's episode, I want to leave you with a reminder to not forget about self-care as you walk this path of building a more resilient you. Taking care of your physical and mental health is a foundational element of resilience. This means getting enough sleep, eating well, exercising regularly, and finding time for activities that bring you joy. When your body and mind are well cared for, you are so much better equipped to handle stress or anything life throws at you. Resilience isn't about failing, it is about learning how to get back up every single time. It's a journey of personal growth where each challenge is nothing but an opportunity to learn and grow and become a stronger version of yourself. So, thank you for joining me on another episode of Catalyze Yourself. If you found this episode helpful, please do share with someone who could benefit from it. Stay tuned for the next episode where we'll explore more key aspects of personal growth strategies so we can help further transform all of us. Until then, stay open, stay positive, keep catalyzing yourself so you can be the most resilient you.